Welcome to another episode of Name Tape Defilade, man. I'm Matt Rivera. This is episode number 2. Episode number 2. We made it this far, right? I feel like I thought I was going to quit, but I feel like I got to give myself a chance to actually be good at something else in my life finally for once. So, we on episode number 2, shouty. Or people, I don't even know what, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to have a good time. We all just trying to have a good time. There's noise outside right now. My dog's running around the yard doing what dogs do, barking at anybody that walks by. I live in a part of of the city where there's a lot of boys with big trucks and big motors and big engines, and they make a lot of noise going up and down the street. And guess what? My dog don't like it. My dog does not like it. And you know what? I got to support my mans and not liking loud noises. So when he's outside, if you hear barking in the background, that's fine. He's just a pet bull doing what pet bulls like to do, which is bark at people. He's behind the fence, so he can't kill anybody. So I hope he doesn't get out. But what's happening, man? This is cool, man. I made it to a number 2. You know, last night, I was really thinking deep about quitting, and I was like, I should be done. But I gotta remember, I never quit anything in my life, really. Except I quit trying to be cool. I quit trying to be a cool dude, man. I'm done with all that. I don't need to be cool no more, man. I don't need friends or none of that. I just want people that vibe with me and people that are like-minded like I am. I don't need to be cool for nobody no more, man. My day was simple, you know. I wanted to record this podcast before I went out to do some stand-up comedy down south. So my day was good, man. I'm a security guard through the day. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. I know, you know, the way I come off, I'm like a scary dude or whatnot, but I do security for a living, man, and it's cool. You know, it's real cool, man. I like to keep the kids safe. It's a real good job, man. It's simple for me. I don't got to do anything crazy. Not that I'm scared of anything difficult, but, you know, I was trying to be a cop for 4 years, and we all know how that turns out. It was funny, man. When I was trying to be a cop, man, I thought it was funny because they started recognizing who I was when I would go through the process. And there was been a few interviews where I'd show up with my suit on, and one of the interviews would be like, "Damn, bro, you again? Is it you again? You came through again? Are you going to make it this time?" I remember they used to say that. I used to feel weird, man. I used to feel like, you know, but I do security now, and I've been doing security the whole time since I've been out of the Army. So I had to refine my identification. Like I talked about in the last episode, I had to refigure out who I was. So I figured that I'm just going to be a good dad. I'm going to be a good veteran. I'm going to be a good stand-up comedian. And I'm just going to try to be a good dude, man, and live by his word, you know, and all that. So also, I'm going to try to be a good husband, you know. But my days are usually pretty simple, man. I grind as much as I can doing this comedy stuff. It's exhausting. I try to check my boxes at home. The importance of checking your boxes at home, man. You got to check the boxes at home. Whatever it is that you're doing in life, you got to make sure the most important people in the world to you know that you love them and know that you're always there for them. So I make that a statement every single day that I'm going to spend time with my family. I'm going to check those boxes. I'm going to have conversations with my kids because they are young and I do sacrifice a lot of time with them, man. But if I want any success in this comedy thing, man, I got to be honest with myself, and I sacrifice a lot of time with my family. But I hope that one day it gets to work out, man. I'm just going to put that out there. I do have some potential with it, and I want to see it through to the best of my capabilities, man. Life is a wild journey. It's a wild ride, man. But, you know, there's a last time for everything, too, man. There really is. There's a last time for everything. So enjoy as much as you possibly can. You know, I think we forget that a lot, man. We get caught up in whatever we get caught up in. But there's a last time you're going to get mad at the mailman. You know, there's a last time you're going to see somebody you love. There's a last time you're going to do your favorite thing. There's a last time you're going to eat your favorite meal. So why be so stressed out, man? Name tape defilade, man. Keep your head low, right? Keep your head low, man, but find happiness within you. There's a last time, man. So enjoy life and enjoy whatever it is that you're doing. Enjoy that shit to the fullest because you never know, man. It could be over tomorrow. It could be over the next second. But we forget that. We get caught up in our lives. We get caught up in whatever society's throwing at us next. We get caught up in bad drivers and bad situations, and we don't have emotional control, man. But just chill. All right? This too shall pass, man. Just chill. But that's how I try to live, man. And I try to do the best that I can for my family, man. But I wanted to talk about a few things today. I was thinking about something today that I didn't think about for a little while, man. You remember MySpace? Y'all remember MySpace, right? I remember being in middle school when MySpace came out and we had a family computer and we had to beg my moms to let us make an account. And it took forever because she didn't trust nothing. But I remember like being a part of MySpace, man. I remember having MySpace. Like, I can't wait to get home and check those messages. I got a friend request. Like, I remember when friend request was big, man, you'd get home and like you'd get that little white one with the red circle around it. Like, ooh, you got one notification. You got somebody that wants to be your friend. And then when you open your friend request, you see it's your mom. I remember those days, man. Those were great days. And then I remember when MySpace started getting a little better. When I got to the high school level, MySpace started getting to the point where you could edit your page. Remember, you can like change the edits on your page, and you could have a top 5 friends list, and you could put music in the background. Remember the music in the background? You could put the music based off your mood of that week. I remember one week this girl broke up with me. I was sad. So I put some sad music on. I put real sad music on. And then I put like an emo background. It was all black and gray. And everybody that was on MySpace, and my top 5 especially, they were like, Matt, what's wrong? You so sad. I'm like, I'm not sad. I'm actually fine. They're like, your MySpace says otherwise. So now we're going to check on you. And I just remember like going to other people's pages and just being like, man, like you could put your whole life on this thing, man. Just you can share your whole mood on it. You could put the pictures. I remember I had pictures I was basically like a Puerto Rican Captain America, basically, by a corner store. Like I had a Puerto Rican do-rag. I had Puerto Rican earrings, Puerto Rican rings, Puerto Rican bracelets, Puerto Rican backpacks. Remember those backpacks? It was like a bag and it was just the black strings and you could just put them over, but they would cut your circulation if you had too much shit in it. Like that's the kind of bag I had with the little kid with the Puerto Rican hat and the Puerto Rican flag. I had Puerto Rican socks, Puerto Rican shorts, I said socks, sandals, Puerto Rico. And I remember taking like 8 pictures by this old ass white Toyota Corolla, like this ugly ass Toyota Corolla, and I was pretending it was mine. You know what I mean? And I was just like, fucking look, Puerto Rico, dog. Embarrassing. But that's how it was back then, man. You just taking pictures, and that's how it was, man. And then MySpace was funny because you had that top 5, right? And then when you had that top 5, if anybody in your top 5 stepped out of line, even the slightest, you could remove them. You remember how you could remove them from your top 5? And then you'll see them at school. You'll see them later. Be like, hey, man, why I'm not in your top 5 no more? I remember one time my mom got me upset. And she went from like 2 to 5. I almost bounced moms out. She went from 2 to 5. I was trying to go outside. She said no. I was little. I was young. But MySpace was like that, man. MySpace was wild, man. I remember that. I remember getting a friend request, or I remember people making fun of your pages. But now look where we're at with social media now. Social media is wild now, man. I mean, you get instant news on there. You get instant wildness that happens immediately. You can't be an athlete. Listen, let me just put it this way. You can't have anything bad happen to you or you do anything bad that is captured by a cell phone video camera. You are done. The internet's going to get a hold of you, and that is it. Like, social media has changed, man. It has taken off. There's pros and cons to everything, but my Lord, it's like I try to be careful, man. You know, like I try to be careful when I'm out in public or something. Like I don't want to slip wrong or fall in Walmart or something. You don't know who's recording. The wild thing is about social media, man, it's like people get in car accidents now and then record that shit immediately. I just got T-boned and there's glass everywhere and I spilled my Starbucks drink. Like, bitch, you are bleeding out of your neck and you gonna record that shit? Like, it don't make no damn sense. It doesn't make any sense, man. Like, we put our whole life online, man. You know, I think people just need to think before they do that. But I gotta be honest, this is some of the funniest shit I've ever seen. Some of the funniest videos I've ever seen was people getting caught slipping, basically. You know, they get caught off guard, and like it's hilarious to me, man. It's hilarious. I live in Florida, man. Florida's nice. A little overpopulated, if you ask me. Everybody and their mama wants to move down here. And then also, people want to complain about how expensive everything is down here. No wonder why. You get a mass gathering of people, they going to bump them prices up. That's just how it goes. So I've been living down here basically my whole life, man. I was born in New York City, though. And we came down here late 90s. We came down here. And my parents basically wanted to give us a chance because we were living in the Bronx and the projects. So, you know, mama wanted to move us down here with my dad. And I've been down here ever since. But one thing I just don't like about Florida, I don't think I've ever liked it about Florida, which is a weird thing other than the people. The people are crazy as hell, but there's some cool people down here, man. The beach, there's something about the beach that I don't know what it is, man. It always feels like such a chore to go to the beach. And I'll talk to a lot of salt life people, man. Everything I don't like about the beach, they love it about the beach. I could never understand. Like, the main thing I don't like about the beach is there's really never parking. Like, you can't park anywhere. There's always people trying to go enjoy the beach unless you go at specific times. And I'm complaining really about nothing. I'm just complaining to complain at this point. But another thing I don't like the beach for is the sand. I feel like if the beach could chill out on the sand, I maybe want to go a little bit more. But I can't. Every time I go to the damn beach, man, my kids always bringing sand, and there's sand and crevices that you didn't even know sand could fit in. And then now, like, you in your car and you driving, there's sand all over the place. There's sand in your mouth, sand in your ears, just sand everywhere. I don't like the sand. So if I had one complaint about the beach, if I could talk to the beach, if me and the beach could sit down and have a conversation, I don't like the sand, man. Beach, just put the sand away a little bit, like dial it back. I know some of y'all listening to this like this guy is out of his mind, but you know, we could just talk to nature and go, nature, just, you know, chill a little bit. You know, now I'm just being complaining. I just want instant gratification. Another thing, man, I really don't like about the beach, man. Look, I'm just gonna be honest. Some people have a crazy amount of